The megacity of Tehran is the most important commercial, industrial and political center of Iran. But like any other city, it also comes with its own special story. Every nook and corner of the city tells us something unique about its history. Some of our greatest and best memories are shaped on the streets, on pavements that we once walked on, with the ones we loved. Today we're going to give you a tour of a very special street here in Tehran, a street that is known as the beating heart of the capital, a street that has been around for a century. The Vali Asr Street is regarded as the capital's longest avenue. Built in 1922, this tree-lined street divides the metropolis into western and eastern sections. Tehran's railway square is the starting point of the Vali Asr Street. When travelers step out of the railway station in the south of the capital, they face the longest street also in the Middle East. This street is 18 kilometers long and connects the southern arid lands of Tehran to its highland in Tarashi Square. When the street was first constructed over a century ago, thousands of young plane trees were planted to connect two royal palaces, the Sabz or Green Palace and the Marmar or the Marble Palace. One of the main features that makes the Vali Asr Street very special is the old houses that have now turned into museums. This one in particular is centered on introducing the street itself to the people. So let's have a look inside. Various historical documents, maps, as well as old and current photos of the Vali Asr Street have been put on display for those interested to learn more about this unique avenue.
خانه مینایی سال 94 توسط شهرداری تهران خریداری شد و مهر ماه سال 98 به عنوان موزه خیابان ولی عصر افتتاح شد. قرار هست که در فضاهای این خانه تاریخی روند شکل‌گیری و تحول خیابان ولی عصر از ابتدا تا امروز روایت بشه.
The many streets, squares, intersections and important places lined up in this long avenue bring back so many memories for the people of Tehran. For those who have spent their lives here, the Vali Asr Street has witnessed many historic events. The construction of the City Theatre, an art complex with its magnificent architecture, the victorious days of the Islamic Revolution back in 1979, and the many other joyful events and memorable gatherings that took place on this avenue are all part of the collective memory. We continue our journey along this avenue and come across more cultural centers, such as the Muqaddam Museum, the Cinema Museum, and the Ferdos Garden. A few kilometers ahead, we reach the Tarashi Square, located at the foot of the Alborz mountain range. The Tarashi Square and its surrounding neighborhood, called the Shemiran district, is known for its cool and mountainous climate. The traditional local bazaar is a very popular attraction here. The shrine of Imam Saleh, the brother of Imam Riza, the 8th Imam of the Shiites, welcomes many visitors all year round. The nightlife of the Vali Asr Street is definitely a vibrant scene. Many spend their free time here enjoying the lively atmosphere. The beating heart of the capital, the old storyteller who has witnessed history, the identity of a megacity. The Vali Asr Street is surely worth the visit. Hoda Lezgee for Iran.
The Alborz mountain range in the north of Iran is home to the ancient Hyrcanian forests that stretch along the southern coast of the Caspian Sea. Autumn is known as the golden season in this region. In our quest for the cultural aspects of Mazandaran province, we drove along mountains and roads that took us from Chamistan city to a small village far away on the golden heights of Alborz, a village called Vaz, where inspiration turns into creativity in the form of an art known as Laktarashi.
اینجوری که به ما اطلاع رسیده الان من نسل ششم هستم که این کار انجام میدم. پدرم، پدر بزرگم، پدر بزرگ پدرم همینجور نسل در نسل به ما رسیده که من فعلا نسل ششم هستم. حداقل حدوداً 400 سال ما میدونیم اطلاع داریم این کار تو خانواده ما انجام میشه. این صنعت ادامه داره همینجور.
The art of Laktarashi is believed to be 7,000 years old. It is considered as the handicraft of the forest people. The skill and method of turning a piece of raw timber into an item for daily use, which is beautiful at the same time, is usually passed on from father to son. However, today, only a few number of masters of Laktarashi have remained in Iran. The attraction of modern household appliances and kitchenware, along with dramatic changes in the people's lifestyle, have pushed the ancient art to the brink of extinction.
این صنعت اصیل‌ترین، قدیمی‌ترین صنایع دستی و خالص‌ترین صنایع دستی همه، یعنی چون همه موادش از طبیعت و هیچ ابزار ماشینی درش دخالت نداره. کل این ابزارهای ما را نگاه کنی همه ساده و قدیمی. این ابزار از مثلا پدر بزرگ ما به ما رسیده.
This little cabin on the heights of the Alborz mountain range and among the dense forests of Hyrcania is where a national art turns into a global heritage. Master Gelerd and his family have been professionally involved in the art of Laktarashi for 6 generations. The result of this 400-year endeavor has been a UNESCO Seal of Excellence. This is where the art of Laktarashi reaches its climax. Hardwoods such as zelkova, maple, and boxwood are the most common species used by Laktarashi artists. In March 2018, Laktarashi was registered in the list of Iranian intangible heritage. Thanks to the efforts by Master Gelerd and his family, Laktarashi is now recognized globally.
با همین ابزار ذهنی هر شکلی بخوایم روی چوب در میاریم. همه با ذهن، هیچ طرح و نقشه و هیچ چیز از قبل وجود نداره اصلا. ما بالای 50 رقم 60 مدل وسیله تولید میکنیم. بر مبنای جهت چوب ما اینو در میاریم. به خاطر همین دوامش زیاده و ارزشش هم به خاطر همین. و اگه نه ماشین هر چوبی بدی داخلش یه شکلی میده به تو. ولی اون شکل بعد از مدتی تغییر میکنه. ولی این کار ما دیگه 100 سال دیگه هم تغییر نمیکنه.
A few kilometers away, among the paddy fields of Nur County, in a village called Shahrkola, another Laktarashi master struggles to prevent this ancestral art from being forgotten. Giving new life to a dead piece of wood is what these traditional craftsmen like Master Fatahi do in Mazandaran province. But perhaps the most challenging part of this artist's career has been to create this chain from a whole chunk of wood using a simple tool, a little chisel. Creation of such a magic definitely requires lots of skill and, of course, an immense amount of patience. Einullah Fatahi is 50 years old. He has learned engraving on wood since childhood, and according to himself, he hasn't spent a day away from Laktarashi ever since.
این اسمش قالشلاک از چوب افراد درست میشه و بعداً ما توش غذا میخوردن. این هم اسمش جوله است و این جون قدیمی باش قاب می‌دوشیدن. اینم اسمش کلزه. برای برداشتن شیر از یا آب از جایی استفاده می‌شد. اینم اسمش کچه. با اینم الان غذا می‌خوردن. بقیه من افرا بهترین چوبه برای این کار، چون پشت تراشه، نرمه، سفیدم هستش، ترک نمیخوره. تا موقعی خیساست میتراشیم، روغن گیاهی یا روغن نباتی میزنیم به این که ترک نخوره.
We were invited to a very interesting traditional rural dinner that was served in wooden dishes and tableware. For me, it was a first-time experience. Now I'm going to try this wonderful porridge called the germas in a wooden bowl and with this lovely wooden spoon. And what makes this meal even more enjoyable is to know that the art of Laktarashi is not yet extinct. And many people, especially in rural areas in the north of Iran, are still using such items. And also, there are still a very few number of people who are trying so hard to keep this traditional and ancient handicraft alive. I'm Amir Mehdi Kazemi. See you next time in Iran.